Hello everyone, and welcome to the workshop vlog. So in this workshop vlog, I'm starting off somewhere different today. This is my route from the back of my house to my workshop, and you're going to see the first starts of my new extension to my workshop. So I'm just going to swap you around, and then you can see my pathway to the old workshop. So at the moment, yes, it does look like a bit of a building site. And that's because it is sort of a building site. So we've got our raised fish pond there, which is doing really well this year. Quite a few fish, 20 odd fish in there I think you find. Built that one myself. So it's going well, about 3 years old now. My wife's little summer house where she does her crafting with all her dot paintings in there. She doesn't like me taking pictures of her. She's not in there at the moment, but she doesn't like me taking pictures. So as you can see, the start of the extension to the workshop. So this is the main part. Temporary steps there at the moment. The steps are going to be going up here as you're facing it. It's going to go over the top of the water filter for the pond. There's going to be a hatch so I can get to the top of the water filter, so I can clean it and everything like that. And then there's going to be a little platform here, and the front door to the workshop, or the door to the workshop, is going to be right in this corner at this point here. So if you can imagine that, so we've got all the hardcore down for the solid base, and that's how far it's going to go across. And what's going to happen from underneath this windowsill, there's going to be a sloping roof out to about here, and then a wall up and down here. So from this corner out to here is a little storage area for planks of wood and stuff like that, maybe an air compressor stored in there, so we can keep the window looking as normal. The back fence, that will be going, because that's going to be the back of the workshop. Now originally, if I can get my finger in the right place, the back entrance door was going to be there, but I've had a rethink and I'm going to put it where the gate is now, mainly because I've got the door there which is going to be going when it's built, and there's going to be a sliding door across there, because that's going to be my finishing room where my workshop is at the moment. So the reason I put a door there originally was just so I had a nice walkway through straight out into there, but that means I can't utilise this part of the workshop, and I think I'm going to lose a lot of space by not being able to use this part. So now I've swapped it over to here, and the bit I can't really use is for this part, and I can use all of this area. I hope that's going to work and be a lot more effective. So we're just waiting for the cement to arrive in the next few days. I think it's going to be coming to be poured down. Everything's ready for it. All the fence panels will be lifted out, and eventually the concrete posts will be cut to the height, so they're sort of hidden underneath, and that's it. And then there's the view back to the house. So yes, so things are moving on the workshop front, which is excellent news. I'm really excited about that. So yeah, so welcome into the old workshop. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, like most workshops. I'll be making and not tidying, unfortunately. So now I'm going to turn you around again so you can see my ugly mug, and then I'll give you some updates on some things that have been happening while I haven't been filming. So first of all, what's been happening? Okay, so about 2-3 weeks ago, I had a weekend of some really good news. The first part of the good news was I went over 200 subscribers. Absolutely beyond my wildest dreams. I know it's really small for 200 subscribers, but to me it's really big. I never thought when I first started to do this, and it wasn't intended to get as many subscribers, it was just to show what I make in my small workshop, and that's it. And obviously people seem to watch it, so great. So what I'd like to do is thank you all to my existing subscribers from day one right up to the last couple of weeks, and all those that have joined. Thank you for subscribing. If you'd like to share this video and some of my other videos, please do so. It just encourages me to get back into the workshop and video, to be honest. I love making stuff and getting into the workshop and doing it. The videoing, it does hinder quite a lot, but if everybody subscribes and starts getting more subscribers, then that gives me more encouragement to keep videoing. I hope that's not detrimental, but that's the way it goes. So the other thing is I for the other piece of good news for that weekend is my wife has given me a pass out to go to UKIS, the UK, United Kingdom and Ireland Wood Turning Symposium up in Coventry. Basically run by Martin Saban-Smith and a few other people, and sorry if I haven't mentioned your names who are organising it, but I went there last year. Didn't think I'd go back this year because we went to Makers Central, but from encouragement from some people from the Small Workshop YouTube Makers Facebook group, yes, I got it in one go. I decided that I would ask the question if I could go to the wife, and she agreed that I could go. So I'll be up there on the Sunday, probably staying all day. So if you're going, hope to see you there. If you're not, try it one year. It is a good show. The demonstrations are fantastic. There's places selling tools and stuff like that. So it's worthwhile. If you've not been to a show before, just go. It's good to get out and see all the other people that are there. Okay, what's else been happening? Okay, yes, if you've seen some of my other previous vlogs, the one before Christmas where I outlined what I intended to try and achieve this year, in that vlog I mentioned that we were going to try, me and my wife, we're going to go and do some craft fairs. And 2 weeks ago, was it last week? Was it last weekend? I think it was last weekend. It seems to have gone ages ago, but I think it was only last weekend. We attended our first craft show. It was in a little village called Tiptree in Essex, which is between Malden and Chelmsford. Colchester, Malden, Chelmsford, in that area, if you know Essex anywhere. It was a little church village hall. There was 13 craft people, including ourselves, there. Did it go well? It was okay. It was okay. It was probably what I expected. There was not as many people attending what we were told to attend, so it was a very small footfall of people coming through the door, but it was very interesting to do your first one. We sold enough to cover our table and make a little bit of money, but But apart from that, it was interesting talking to the customers and seeing what they liked and what they didn't like. And this basically came about. We only had 2 weeks to prepare for this craft show. It was a lady my wife works with, a friend from her work. Her mother organises this for a charity for, I can't remember the charity's name now. Hold on, I know what. Here we go. I've still got the raffle ticket in my pocket. Here you go. The Coeliac Charity, UK Coeliac Charity. My wife's friend, she makes cakes for celiacs. Yeah, she makes cakes for people who can't eat gluten. So she does all the gluten-free cakes and stuff like that. And I can tell you, I suppose in years gone past, anything like that, people have turned their nose at. It's cardboard, it's all this, it's horrible, and all this stuff. Her cakes were absolutely fantastic. We had a couple while we were there. You can't taste the difference, honestly. You wouldn't tell the difference between a gluten cake and a non-gluten cake. So that was really good. She was in the stand. She was in the stand next to us, the stall next to us. She was selling quite a lot of cakes, and it was great. So yeah, it was an experience. It's an experience we're going to do again. It hasn't put us off because we didn't sell what could have sold. So yeah, so we're going to be doing a few other craft fairs as long as I can get the time off work if I'm at work on the day of those craft fairs, and we'll see. So right, an update here on my camera. All my videos are taken on a Samsung J5 camera phone. It's my own personal mobile phone, and I use that to do all my videos on, mainly because I can't warrant the price of going to buy a really decent camera, and I think camera phones are fantastic to film on, especially if you've got a small budget. It's great. You can get out there, just film it, put it on YouTube, job done. So, unfortunately, last Sunday, me and my son, my youngest son, who plays cricket, we went to the cricket nets at the local park to have a bit of a practice. Because if you've seen my Facebook page, my Instagram page, some of you may know that I've just started to play cricket again after 20 odd years. Not regularly, only a couple of weekends in a month or something like that when I've got time off from work. So I knew I was playing this Saturday, which was yesterday, when this was recorded on the Sundays and I played on the Saturday. And I needed a bit of practice, quite a lot of practice to be quite honest. So that's where we went over to the cricket nets to have a practice. And whilst we were practicing, and I was batting first and some was bowling, I told my son to take a couple of pictures of me practicing. Sorry, I keep rubbing my nose because I've got hay fever, so I apologise for that. And so he took a couple of he took a couple of pictures of me in the batting crease and everything like that, and I thought, I know, I'll be really good. I'm into this filming like with the YouTube and everything. Let's take a few videos of me batting. But there was nowhere else to, hold the camera or anything. So I had the maddest idea of walking up the cricket net, and there's metal posts that hold up the nets. I went as far up as possible that I thought was going to be a good picture, and I think you're probably going to be guessing what's happened now. So I put the camera onto film, put it down by a post where I thought, I'm never going to hit that. And I'm sure you're thinking now you know what's going to go on. He bowled me a few balls, and I've played them quite nicely. And then he's bowled another ball, and forgetting about filming, I've hit the ball, not hard, but it's hit the middle of my back, which is then basically a perfect shot from what I can gather, gone off straight to my camera phone. And it was one of those moments where everything is in slow motion and you can see what's going to happen, you cannot do anything about it. And unfortunately, that is my camera. And if you see, it's got a bit of a warp in it. It might be better if I go that side. Yeah, so it's knackered. So when I came home, I had to grovel to the wife and apologise for wrecking my phone, and she gave me no sympathy, which is quite true. She shouldn't have done. My mad idea. But anyway, then I remembered my eldest son only replaced his phone a little while ago. So now I've got a Samsung S6 Edge camera, and it's an old one. It's got lots of cracked glass on it, but it was free, so I couldn't really turn it down. It was better than having to go pay 100 odd quid for a new camera. And this is what I'm filming on now, and I don't know whether there's a difference in the camera, in the videoing. Hopefully there is. It may be one of those blessings in disguise. So yeah, so now I'm filming on the Samsung S6 Edge camera. If you think that it's making a difference to the videoing, it's a better quality picture, give me the thumbs up, leave a comment, anything, just to let me know how much better it is, if it is better. I think it is, from looking at it straight now, seeing the picture. So that's another update. Next, lighting. I have some new lighting in the shed. As you just saw in the first bit of the video, you saw my wife's summer house where she does her crafting, and she's been moaning for ages that she hasn't got a light in her summer house, so she can't stay out when it starts getting dusk and night time. So I had an old fluorescent strip light in here, which was really awful, and it was really old, and I think the tube, I can't believe how long the tube's been in there, because it's been in there for years and it's never gone faulty. So anyway, I've been looking for ages to improve the lighting in here, and I wanted one of those strip lights that you can extend and put into different angles and things like that. And I noticed Ikea do a really good system. So when my wife said I need a light in there, I know what I can do. So I've taken the fluorescent light out of here, installed it into my wife's workshop, summer house, shed, and she's really pleased with that. And I've got the new track system, and I'm just going to show you the track system. If you think you would like to see how it's installed and how it works, then just leave a comment and I will do a video on it. So as you can see, I'm trying to get this camera up high enough so I can see that it's got 3 little spotlights. They're all LED bulbs in there, and then you've got the cord on the end, which then just goes into the plug socket. I will turn it on so you can see how good it is, and it is improved the lighting in here no end. And I've just recently bought another extension piece to go onto the track, which is either going to go above the window or behind this, showing down onto the table saw. So yeah, I'm just going to turn it on, and it's great because these all move. So whatever piece of machinery I'm using, if I'm using the planer, you can see, move it onto there and I can see the planer. And then this one, I can move over to the top of my lathe, which then brightens the lathe up and gives me a good vision on there when I'm turning. And then obviously this one moves as well, and I can put that onto the bench. So it's fantastic. Price wise, I'm not 100% sure. So if you can see now, I've got, you know what, if I really wanted to, a bit of a ghosty for you. Yeah, I don't know whether that's just improved, just having the lights shining there. Now the track, you can buy these all separately from Ikea, and I know a couple of like the Tool Station and Screwfix do similar things, and maybe other places. They were the only places I really looked for that sort of this type of lighting. Now the track, which is obviously this bit here, but it doesn't include, if you can see, it doesn't include this bit, which is where you get your power supply for. It's bought all separately. So the track was £12, I believe. It is £12 because I've just bought another track to go across. The lights without the bulbs were £8 each. The bulbs, I'm going to have to probably look it up and put it up, but I believe they were about £4 each, I think. Excuse me. Now the power supply, it's only a small little box, I believe, and if I'm wrong I will put this up somewhere around here, or in the description as well. I will put all the links for the Ikea stuff in the description, but I believe the power supply part was about £8. Now what you can do to add more tracks, and it only needs the one power supply, by the way, you can get a T-piece which goes in one end of the track, and then you can have another two pieces coming off of there, one at right angles and one to follow on straight. You can also get, I should have brought it in, hold on. Yeah, so you can get this plug-in adapter, which then gives you a right angle, or any angle you want. It can go both ways. Now this, I think was 12, it was 8 or 12 pounds. I will put, obviously, like I said before, I will put up all the information in the description, and the prices and everything. So that's all the workshop updates for something like that. Anything else? I've got a couple of stickers. I haven't had many stickers just lately. Since Maker Central, they've all seemed to have I've got most of them. So I've got this sticker here, which is actually see-through apart from the writing. I don't know whether you can see that because it looks white to me when you're looking at it, but I think it's 8 Trades Designs Co. From Instagram. If you're watching this, I'm really sorry I haven't sent yours yet. It is ready to go. I've just got to get to the post office to send it. And this one from Paul Lockwood. Got yours, Paul. Thank you very much. Yours is on the way with a little bit extra. Yep, so that's all the stickers and everything. And that's it for the update. I don't think there's anything more. Oh yes, I'm just going to let you know. Obviously, if you've been watching this, I haven't posted any other project videos up just lately, mainly because of the 2 weeks that we needed to get work done for the craft fair. I really wanted to get in here, make the stuff rather than filming it, because we were on a tight, you know, I had to do my normal day's work, come home, get in the shed, make some stuff, and it was taking quite a while and taking a lot out of me. So much so, after the day after the craft fair, I was absolutely knackered. I think all the tension of building up and getting it ready and trying to make everything right for the craft fair, as soon as it had done, the next day just went, oh, done it. And I was really pleased. I really learned a lot of myself in those 2 weeks, trying to get stuff made for a deadline. Haven't had to do that for years and years and years, so you do lose a lot of things. So yeah, I got most of the stuff that I wanted to get done. There was a couple of things that I wanted to get done which it didn't really matter if they weren't done, so the main things were done. That's the good thing about it. So yeah, so I haven't done any filming, so I apologise for that, especially for the new people that have come over and subscribed and that, and there hasn't been any project videos up. So now then, there's one project video that I really want to do, and I've got a bowl blank down here waiting to be machined and ready to put up on the lathe, and mainly because I want to try these out. My wife does dot painting, mandalas, and she uses these paints, and we were in one of the hobby craft shops somewhere, I can't remember which one it was, and I saw these, and then with this one, sorry I can't hold them all up at the same time because there's 3 pots. I've only got 2 hands, I'm only a man, I can only do one thing at once. And with that one, and I thought, I think that would look quite nice on the bottom of a bowl, or in the bowl of the bowl. So watch out for a bowl that's going to have these on it, and we'll see how it goes and see if it's popular. See if it works is the main thing. See if it works. That's all about making, isn't it? So that's it for me, guys. Watch out for some videos coming up fairly soon. Watch out for the new workshop. Really excited about that happening. It's nice to see progress being made instead of being a whole pile of earth. Hopefully in the next 3 weeks, I think we're going to have the shell done. It's only going to take about 3 or 4 days before they can start putting the shell of the workshop up after the concrete's been laid, because apparently it dries really quickly, so they can start work on it really quickly. So yeah, so a big thumbs up for me for you guys, and I will see you in the next project video, I hope. So take care, enjoy your making, and it's goodbye from me.